Hi there, welcome into Energy Upgrade Feng Shui Tips. I am Lisa. I am a Feng Shui master and quantum energy alignment practitioner. And if you are joining me for the first time, welcome. You are about to receive an energy upgrade. And that is a process that I designed that combines the ancient wisdom of Ching, Feng Shui, along with quantum to help restore your emotional aura field to its own 100% best value so that you can proceed with better clarity and ease, and I like to say more joy too. So if you are prepared for this, I would like you to please give some time to think about your intentions and your goals, why you are here today. Perhaps there's something that you are seeking to find more insight on to help give you a bigger bird's eye view of what you're facing in your life at this time. This is a reading for the collective, so if this does not resonate with you in its entirety, you can leave that. If it does resonate with you, you can take your own interpretation of what this means. I will be divining and using my own intuition to help tell that story. And if you ever have any questions, you can let me know in the comments, or you can look for the link provided in the description box to schedule your own one-on-one deep dive session with me, where we can look at your own personal situation and see what's going on. So again, this is a reading for the collective. And if it resonates with you, I'd love to hear about it. You can learn more about my company's Cloud9 Feng Shui, where I do Feng Shui consultations, interior design that is intention-led and personalized to you based on your own personal energy, as well as the Intrinsic School of Feng Shui, where we're currently training a new league of professionals to join us in the International Feng Shui Guild as Feng Shui professionals. We've launched our Feng Shui Staging Professional, or Real Estate Professional program. So you get 2 certifications now instead of 1. So if you enjoy what we're doing here today and what I'll be talking about, and you want to learn in a deeper way for yourself, or perhaps you're seeking a new career path, this is the place to start. Always here for you, Steve and I both, in the Intrinsic School of Feng Shui, to help find your path and to support you on that with our teaching and our mentorship. That being said, I hope that you've taken the time to write down your goals and your intentions, and really give some thought to, what it is, where you are you stuck, are you feeling ignited in any particular life area that we should explore a little bit further? Are you being led in a new path? Is there something that you're creating at this time? The time doesn't matter. So today is July 3rd. You can see by the timestamp on my computer screen, but it doesn't matter when you receive this. It's at the exact right time. So I'm going to ask that you take 3 deep breaths and be fully present. In this session, I'm going to first start by divining of the ancient I Ching. And I am going to run an emotional aura field calibration to see where are you in this emotional energy? Where are there any energetic leaks that need to be plugged, so that you're not susceptible to stress? Most importantly, we're going to do some Feng Shui homework too to help sustain the energy ongoing. Please tell us what is the energy around the collective at this time, and what do we need to know moving forward? Oop, that one jumped right out. What do we need to know moving forward to help guide us with more clarity, ease, and joy on our path, our life path journey? The first hexagram that jumped out, by the way, is fellowship. That's been in the collective for a while. So if you've been doing your readings with me in any of our consultations, that's in everybody's energy. So it's not really a surprise to me. Fellowship. It's hexagram 13. If you're playing along with your own I Ching, it is sky above and fire below. Looking for the second energy. Okay, that was many. That was all of them. That's somersault it out. Let's see what's on the top. Dispersing. There might be some separation of self, separation within a relationship or a job at this time. You might have been in your near recent future. By the way, I'm using cards in this divination. I sometimes use coins, but I love the artwork, especially for this purpose, to show you and illustrate what the hexagram means. They are cards by Paul O'Brien, art by Joanne Larimore. Really beautiful. So you can find these. Google. Came across, next energy that popped out. Yeah, I came across his work on Gaia Network. And it's really fun. I'm not usually a card person. I like to work with the traditional coins. But this is fun, it's fast, and it seems to resonate well with my students and my clients. So let me share the artwork with you. So the energy around right now is the energy of fellowship. It's sky above and fire below. You see this energy, it's really beautiful. Cave imagery, I think it's interesting. It's full moon energy right now. Very appropriate. This reminds me of like women going in a cave. You know, in ancient times, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bones pictured around the fire. So it reminds me of like alchemy, right? Like going within a cave and dark cave and alchemy and thinking, going within self, but fellowship. 5 bones around this bonfire. So really like the birthing of something being cooked up through fellowship. So perhaps you're in collaboration right now. And then the energy of liaison, which is hexagram 44, really beautiful. Liaison, we're going to be talking about this. This is what we need to know moving forward to have more clarity and ease and joy in our life path journeys. Right? Like a storm is brewing, but like powerful tornado perhaps, lots of changing lines here. Let's see. Oh, before we go any further, I'm going to go ahead and check on emotional aura frequency calibration. Let me make my window a little bit smaller. Okay. So energy upgrade feng shui tips collective. Let's see what is in your emotional aura at this time. And I'm using the Shui emotion off of the SRC for you. Stress reduction software, works with quantum. So as we know that we are able to share energy through virtual means. You see it all the time now, right? It's becoming familiar. So lots of cross watchers might also dip into tarot to learn other feng shui. The messages always seem to cross-pollinate, right? Like you'll find one on one channel and then in the other. So sharing energy in a virtual way works very well, just as much as if we're in person. So again, this is connecting with you through the back channels of EMF. We know that there are bad effects of EMF. Some people get headaches, nausea. Some people see hallucinations when there's the bad effects of EMF. But on the positive side, the positive channels, this is where we're working here. We're amplifying our energy in a way that this, this artificial intelligence is using its own intuitive discernment to get a read on our energy. And with intention, the intention box being to see what's in the emotional aura field at this time. So let's take a look. All right, so the issue is needing to access living the life of a truly powerful person. It's at a 1, okay? A 1 on a scale from 0 to 10. This is like really great. So meaning that there's only a small tear, rip, or permeation in our collective aura field at this time. Really powerful time. I don't know if it has anything to do with the full moon or wherever you are when you're watching this, whatever time it is, but your energy is really healthy. Our collective energy is very healthy. There's a tiny, tiny tear and permeation where we're needing to access this living the life of a truly powerful person. Are you embodying that which you desire? If you haven't already, make sure you've written down that which you desire, because we're going to try to mediate and bring those into harmony in this session. And I would love to hear what it is that you desire to achieve and who you desire to be. can let me know in the comments. You can private message me via the link provided in the description box. All right, so you may have said some of these things, you may have heard them on a phone call, but these are things that are causing a lot of the stress. Within self, let me explain why that won't work. Are you a negative Nelly? Is there a negative Nelly that's taking a lot of your time? Within, the male, men, or masculine energy, I am the man, God made me superior to you. So how is that impacting you? That's at a level of 7. Prove your self-worth to yourself. Only you can rescue you at a 6. Lack of compassion towards self and others at a 5. Unceasing emotional abuse at an 8. So I'm very sorry if there is some residue that's left in your emotional aura frequency field that's left over from emotional abuse. That's something we're going to try to bring some resolution to and send some positive energy. And then within self, massagism. I probably butchered that word. I'm so terrible at saying anything massagism. So guilt-driven. And I probably butchered that, but any guilt-driven within self. We are going to bring that into harmony. And let's hit start on that. We'll do 5 minutes while we're going through the emotional, while we're running the emotional aura frequency. We are going to be divining a little bit further with the Ching and telling that story, and we'll come back to it. As soon as I hear the tone, I know it'll be done, and we'll see what has resulted. So the story of fellowship, the energy that we're in right now, let's see. When communal or tribal bonds unite a group of people, great success is possible. So are you in a group right now that is conducting some sort of alchemy? Are you planning something? Are you aligned by your goals for the greater good? Are you in a networking group? Do you have a group of friends in your profession that you are looking to do something in a bigger way? This is within your energy at this time. If you haven't already, give it some thought, perhaps tap a little bit more into this. I am seeing that there's a lot going on, really more on the earth level. So this is interpersonal. This is happening here. It's not divinely intervened at this time. So this is all about the relationships that we create and cultivate, and what we choose to share in terms of lightening our own load, perhaps by taking on or delegating, bringing someone into your team, your support team, your inner circle to help support you with the gifts that come very easily to them and likewise from you. I do encourage you, if you haven't already, look into your human design and see what your human design type is. Look into that of the friends around you that you choose to work with, that you choose to create with, your partnerships in work and in your relationships as well, and see what your human design type is, and see maybe what, or explore any of those types, enneagrams or anything like that. See what you're bringing to the table. Think about the things that come very easy to you and likewise from those around you, and lighten the load for everybody involved. There's something in your experience that can lighten the load from someone else and vice versa. I feel that very strongly. And this is a very high energy time period. So if you've been feeling low energy lately, perhaps you were sick recently like me, I was really taken down, but hey, you know what? Now it's a very high, young, creative energy. Lots of fire around, just like in the picture. Lots, something's brewing, as we saw in the storm imagery as well. Change is certainly very possible here. There's time to take action. Enlist the help of helpful people, your fellowship. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that with Feng Shui too, where you can activate that within your home, office, or workplace, and really any space that you have. Let's see. So the change lines exist in line 2 and line 1. Fellowship within an exclusive group can bring regret or humiliation. When social contacts are elitist, divisiveness and unhealthy quarreling result. This creates limitations for everyone. Avoid pettiness and shallow discrimination. Be open to others and their offerings. Serious loss is unlikely, but hard feelings created by an attempt to gain temporary advantage are almost always troublesome down the road. So when we're creating right now our inner circle, it's not like Mean Girls Club, like you can't sit with us. This is something that should be very positive. If you're in a mastermind group and you're feeling like there's an elitist group within that's really running you over, this is not your group. You need to find your people are those that are going to be inclusive, great intentions, positive, uplifting. This is not like a pyramid scheme, perhaps, where there's an elite group that's getting to make all the decisions. This is a fellowship, a true fellowship. When guests gather at the door, enthusiasm is high and divergent agendas are not yet apparent, such as the beginnings of fellowship. Use these moments carefully. They are opportunities not to be missed. To foster goodwill among a group at the start of an enterprise or consortium, avoid secret agreements. Goodwill is a fruit that blossoms in the light of transparency. So really reinforcing again, are you showing up as your authentic self? Is everyone around you? Are you feeling like there's some dishonesty, some secrets, and power play? That's not your group and fellowship. So be discerning about that. It's a little bit of caution, I'd say. Before we go in a little bit further to give you more clarity and ease on your path forward and that joy that we're talking about, leaving you with some Feng Shui tips, I do want to share what's resulted in the emotional aura frequency calibration. So that's been completed. I know the tones have been rung, and again, this isn't scripted, so I don't know what's going to be on the other screen, but let's see. Okay, so you might want to take notes on this, take a screenshot. Let's see what this is. I've never seen it before. You can control yourself if you really want to. I'll tell you how I know you can control yourself. If you were in a full-fledged emotional temper tantrum in your house, I knock on your front door, come in. Let me tell you what, you would get control of yourself, and it would only take a few seconds. Oh, it says come on, but I imagine you're having a temper tantrum and suddenly you hear a knock at the door and you're like, oh, come in, everything's fine. You're totally regained self-control, right? So these are the words that we need to hear in this energy. You can control yourself if you really want to. We are the captains of our ships in this journey, and we are in control of what our destiny is to be. So we can control ourselves and our emotions. I don't know if this resonates with you in any way, but these are the words of wisdom that are to bring resolve to our energy. If you want to write this down in cursive, always writing with cursive helps to integrate words within different parts of our brain that aren't activated or used when you're writing in, just script or typing or anything like that. But writing in cursive lights up different areas of our brain, gets them going. So we really want to get these words of wisdom, really deep down into all the levels of our consciousness. Deep levels of awareness. So you can control yourself if you really want to. I'll tell you how I know you can control yourself. If you were in a full-fledged emotional temper tantrum in your house and I knock on your door, come on. Let me tell you what, you would get control of yourself and it would only take a few seconds. So there you go. That's interesting. Hopefully that doesn't happen in any of our houses today. To the reading where we are now. Liaison. Okay, so this is what we need to do moving forward in the coming days and weeks to give us greater clarity, ease, and joy in our life path journey. So it says an attraction is strong, but the relationship may not be destined to last. A coming together of desperate forces may not be what it seems. An apparently harmless but potentially dangerous element has attracted attention and is pulling on a stronger one. A traditional Chinese image is one of a bold but immature young woman using her charms to gain influence over someone in a position of power. Ironically, the powerful person dallies with her, thinking it can do no harm. Famous last thoughts. When the power shifts into the hands of those who are not prepared for it, misfortune comes to all parties. Still, you need to not fear meetings with those whose positions are different from your own, as long as you are free of ulterior motives. Be wary of temptations that arise, because the power of your position, or conversely, the connection to someone in an important position. So combat temptations to take unfair advantage of power differentials by nipping them in the bud before they can flower. As soon as you become aware of a dangerous liaison, promptly speak up or step away. So this is really talking about, there might be someone in your inner circle that's not serving the greater or the highest good or the best of your project, or perhaps even in your relationships, your friends, your partners. So either speak up or step away. When honorable and balanced, there are indeed times when a rendezvous of the yielding and the strong turns out to be a great opportunity for positive and constructive relationship. So let me read that again. When honorable and balanced, there are indeed times when a rendezvous of the yielding and the strong turns out to be a great opportunity for a positive and constructive relationship. So there's someone that's a little bit, this is the masculine and the feminine a lot of times, but someone who's yielding and someone very strong can be very positive. The difference between the careless connection in a relationship of depth lies in the motives of one's heart. How sincere are you? So really going within and evaluating, are you being sincere and showing up truthfully and in your best, most authentic way in your inner circle and your relationships, whatever that goal is that you wrote down. And this isn't to say that there's a dark path ahead of you, but just to have caution and discernment before you speak up, before you share your ideas. If you are sensing something wrong, back away or call attention to it, voice it. I really feel that there needs to be, open communication. If you are a very feminine, yielding personality type, you might feel like you need to be polite and not to speak up. But in this, I'm really feeling like this is your chance to set things on the right path. There's a lot of creative power in these cards. There's that fellowship that's going to take you to the next level, but be very, very discerning about who you're sharing your dreams and values and goals with. And you'll be fine. You'll be great. Liaison means maybe there's someone, not everyone in our life is going to stay for the long haul. Like what is the saying? Like some people, you're here for a chapter, not the book, or, I don't know. There's a bunch of sayings around it, but I encourage you to evaluate your relationships, your circles, and your goals, and really be careful who you're sharing things with. And if there is something that's coming to mind that you're concerned about and you want to dive a little bit deeper, you can schedule a one-on-one with me. We can take a look at that in an energy upgrade session just with you, see if we can pinpoint that and narrow it down a little bit further, but I think everything will be great. These are very positive energies to be in. One of my favorite energies is that of helpful people and fellowship. I do have a podcast, the Conscious Collaboration Collective. You can find information on that via the link as well. All about collaboration and the magic that can happen. And I think that there might be a message there for you as well. We will be doing a bit of an energy reading on that soon also. So we always consult the Ching before we bring any information to our listeners. And if you don't have a collaboration that's active and you desire one, we do have the Conscious Collaboration Collective on Facebook. You can join us there and you can share your business or your desires, your goals, your life goals, and perhaps, in collaboration with us, we can help, guide you towards that path that serves you the best. I'm going to leave you with a little Feng Shui insight on helpful people, because it's important that we activate the best and purest energy here. I am going to pull up, let's see, some floor plans so you can see where that may be located. Oh, you know what? And I'm going to supercharge us today too as well. Right, so let's that drop back down. Okay, so floor plans. Here's a floor plan of a current clientele that I'm working with. I always run the Bagua on all of my clients for all my projects, regardless of if it's interior design or if it's an energy upgrade. Really important to demonstrate this as part of your homework. So helpful people area is the lower right quadrant. This is the front door right here. So the far right bottom here is where I'm orienting the Bagua energy map. So that is the front right area of your home, your workplace, or your office space, or your desk even. This area is ruled by metal, and it is connected and aligned with the energy of helpful people, travel, and benefactors. This area should have a great presence of metal within it. It's perfect here. It's a kitchen. Not my favorite place to have a kitchen, but within helpful people, there's a lot of containment of metal, so that's a positive. I will say that if you want to bolster metal and you don't have a lot of metal, or you don't want to have a lot of metal or grays or metallic colors, you can add more earth. Earth element creates that metal energy, so you can have that naturally bolstered there. You want to avoid having too much fire that controls metal. Within a kitchen, certainly we have that. So within this example, we're just mitigating the fire that we have in the kitchen. Just a little, making sure that we have all the elements in harmony. I want you to find that area in your home, your workplace, or even on your desk. And within that, I would like you to first clear it, clean it. You can smudge it, you can wipe it down, you can declutter it, whatever you can do to make sure that you're resetting this energy. And then with your intention to activate, cultivate this creative alchemy group to help elevate you towards where you want to go in your life path journey and your goals. Hold that intention in your mind as you're doing this, by the way. All right, just making that a little bigger for you. Now, decluttering, it can be hard in a kitchen. Get things off the countertops. At least 50% needs to be cleared away off the countertops if you can. Use other spaces to hide your accessories, any storage. It will feel very good there to have that. We need to get rid to be able to bring in energy. And then you can bring in something of metal. Like I said, very easy to do within helpful people, but let's say we want to bring in some earth element. Since we already have a lot of metal, bring in some earth element. Let's say it could be a square rug, it could be a yellow rug, it could be a yellow runner, it could be an earth tone colored runner. Beautiful thing to add. It could be earth. I love to use sunflowers in the kitchen. And that yellow is connected with like a healthy, that golden color is actually a color of earth in Feng Shui. So let's say we add a beautiful pot of sunflowers to the kitchen. It will immediately lift up the space. It will feel very healthy. It will be attracting and make a beautiful vignette. You can put a bowl of citrus around it if you want even. So add your bouquet of sunflowers to the space with your intention. As you place it, you are envisioning creating this fellowship of helpful people, your best inner circle, and really, commit to this. Like, this is what you're embodying. You're committing to attracting these people and being very discerning and clearing out the relationships that no longer serve. And so that's your Feng Shui homework. It involves your intuition and your intention as you're visualizing that which you desire. I'm going to encourage that you use a mudra and a mantra. So a mudra means using your hands. So this is activating using your body. So you've got your voice and your body. So I use prayer hands in this. I like prayer hands because you can count 9 times as you say your mantra. So you're going to visualize, right? Mind, body, and voice. Say 9 times. A mantra can be, I welcome the most supportive inner circle to my life. I thrive in my inner circle. It could be Om Mani Padme Hum. Say it 9 times. Count it out. Right there with your beautiful sunflowers, and that is energetically tying you to the space and uplifting of the environment, supporting you in your goals and your life path journey. Before we leave today, I'm going to be doing, recharging you with the energies that we learned about in this. Wish I could find the back screen to make it a little less confusing, but let's see, let's charge. Energy upgrade, Feng Shui, viewers, YouTube. Okay, so we're charging. I'm going to charge you with the energetic imprints of, I want to say, abundance, prosperity, helpful people, discernment to know who to walk away from at this time, welcoming in the new, abundance, clarity, peace, joy. Okay, these feel really good. Of course, in our one-on-one sessions, we might go a little bit deeper, keeping it broad for 2 weeks. This will run for a minute. And with that, I want to say thank you so much for stopping by today to my channel. If you haven't already, make sure you hit like and subscribe, share with a friend. I appreciate your support. You know, I am happy to be back and give you any advice I can through Feng Shui, through working with the Ching, quantum. And as always, I wish you the most positive, attracting time period ahead. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Going to wish you many blessings times 9.